difficult, if I could say that to you, Dr. Schenkel. So I think but I think the importance is the people, to get the people involved, the people who have a history with it, i.e. The original charter people, to get them on the committee and having them work together. So I think we're accomplishing the same thing. But I think we already did that previously. I think the concern was that some of the other far-reaching issues, i.e. Changing dates and changing districts, those are the issues that were pulled back, and rightfully so back, but I believe you made that concern to bring those 4 issues back. So the question is, do we need to further review this? I think we do. What's the best process? I don't know if having the administrator doing it now after just 2 years, 2 months serving, or to bring in other people. So that's where my concern is. So
he has a PhD majoring in town charters.
okay, that's my concern.
Let me see if we got the other comments. Any other comments on this?
I have another comment, but
Well, and if I may, I would, as I spoke in my motion, I would encourage our current town administrator to reach out to those people, to look at past notes and records made by past town administrators, and certainly to look through the meeting minutes from the latest and the recommendations made by the latest Charter Review Committee. But I think it is a very good charge, if that is what we're looking for. What I'm hearing here is that we don't necessarily feel that we are looking for, and we have not necessarily identified that there are places in it that are causing us problems. I think the best way is to have it looked over by somebody who has that type of experience and has those organization skills and the ability to reach out to the people in our community who do care. Thank you.
Additional comments on a motion that's been made and seconded to have an administrative review of the town charter? Are we ready to take a vote on this? All those in favor of having the town administrator do an administrative review on the town charter signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
Okay, is there a time frame for this? Or, so that's a concern. I don't know if there's a time, we're asking the administrator to do that, which is a good idea, but is there a time frame? And when is he reporting? And if there is something that he finds there's an issue that needs to be answered sooner than later, then there is some requirements for posting and things like that. So if we're going to have him do that, he would at least need to do that. And if he finds there isn't any issues, that would be great, but there could be some issues that other people brought up. So that's the only question, but is there a time frame? That's all I want to know.
It's a fair question. Why don't we ask the town administrator what would be a fair timeline for this?
Well, I think the point is, well, I guess the question would be, or what you're suggesting is that you might want to make some changes to the coming election, because then there would be a specific timeline on that, although I don't know what it is right now. You know, obviously there's requirements leading up to that. I don't know what that is. And certainly that would be the first thing I'd do, is check that.
All right. So,
Sure. Sorry.
yes, sir.
Chair, one of the things that might be, from my perspective, I don't mind seeking any input from anybody, but maybe what it comes down to is, there's a tendency in which to say, this is wrong, this is bad, but not providing the due diligence in regards to understanding why it's bad. And that, so if maybe we're talking about from an administrative review, setting up a process so we can have public input with the idea of basically saying, if you want to say, well, this is bad, this is the reason why, you know, just so that we can remain competent on it by reviewing that public input and having a familiarization with those arguments and such. Because right now, I think that Dr. Schenkel could come before us and give us a review, but if there was other input, I'd like to see it. I'd like to be able to understand the logic behind what the...
Sure.
To that, I can't really, I don't think my approach would be to say that this is bad or this is good. I think what I would be looking for And one of the advantages, I think, maybe of fresh eyes looking at it, I think what I would be looking for is what don't I understand and why does this say this and I don't understand it? Because that seems to be some of the issues that people have raised. And so I guess I'd be looking at it from the point of view of, okay, why is this way? And then I'd go try and find out why it is. And like you said, there are minutes of meetings, there are people here that have been involved in that. And that's how I would approach it, is trying to understand it and trying to sort of do a background and an administrative review.
Did we get a confirmative vote? I'm moving ahead with this.
We did.
We
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Yeah,
All right,
we did.
good. All right, moving along. Do you have any updates on Town Hall Preservation Committee?
The only update we had is that we finally set dates to have a meeting, Councilor Love's or, I should send you back an email, I don't know if you guys will
I did,
accept
I
it.
replied this afternoon, and you probably didn't.
Well, I replied again after that.
We did.
We're gonna meet next Monday and or Tuesday night, and then we'll put something together.
Okay.
Chair, on that subject. After reviewing, I went back and I reviewed the minutes from 2008 to present in regards to the Economic Development Committee. And I had noted in there that there was about 3 years worth of investigation work and so forth. And I was wondering, is there any location of that work product that was done? And I saw there was stuff in probate, there was some potentially some.
Never got that far.
Never got that far?
No.
Okay.
No, I think the file is what we've got, and I'm not sure how much real substantive issues are in there, but I know there's work has
And I
been done.
did find a few more things that I'll bring over as I was cleaning.
The probate issue came up as if you wanted to make some non-public use of that building, or alternatively, you'd have to go to probate, and that's as far as it went. We never pursued that.
Just one question, you're having a meeting with the current members of that.
Well, actually, we're gonna start with just us, and then figure out how to pull everybody else together.
Okay.
Pull together, make sure we have the information we need to present.
All right, thank you.
And thank you, Susan, for bringing it.
And I think that the feeling is that, based on the discussion we had at the last meeting, was that we were gonna try to pull in representation from different viewpoints so that we can review, the heritage viewpoint and the historical viewpoint and the economic viewpoint, and then, kind of be a UN of the town preservation committee.
I did just want to bring up, and I cannot remember her last name right now, but she was our intern here under Carol Granfield. Her first name was Barbara. What was her last name? Yeah, you went blank too. But she would have some very valuable knowledge. If you wanted to look up her name, she did a lot of the research on the different options available. And while we do have her notes in the minutes, I think she would be willing to speak with the two of you about the ideas that were passed around.
All right, keep us appraised. Croker Avenue, our favorite
Well,
street.
you have my staff report. I spent a lot of time on this. I looked at the property surrounding it. There was some question as to ownership issues. It seems apparent to me, although there were claims of two of the abutters that they might have some claim on the land. The bottom line, as I say in the discussion, is this property is deeded to the town with no conditions. My recommendation, I've talked to various people. In fact, this is a very cool book that somebody lent me, by the way. The South Hooksett Fire Department, 1925 to 1975. It talked about this. It talked about the people involved in the department from the beginning. I read most of that now, which is very interesting.
Don't lose it, it belongs to me.
I know that.
We have extra copies up at the Historical Society.
Because of, and the bottom line is, because of its interesting history, I've proposed the town retain this property as a pocket park and ask the Heritage Commission to provide an appropriate marker commemorating its significance.
Chair would accept the motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, discussion.
I did have a couple of questions. The first was just, I guess, a kind of suggestion that I would like to see the Heritage Commission work along with the fire department to come up with the appropriate symbol. I also just wanted to ask that it would be our Parks and Recreation or our Public Works Department that would be responsible for maintaining that.
It would technically, one of the ideas somebody threw out that I thought was a good one is, if the council decides to go along with this, I'll contact the garden club and see if it's something they can take on, because there's a lot of plantings there now that they might want to maintain and they want to change.
Thank you.
Just one more question on this. I know on one side of the property, there's a fence, from what I understand. On the other side, on 19 or 17, not sure, I think the northern part, there's nothing that delineates that land from the owners, I believe that the Penards. So I don't know if there's gonna be something delineating from that side as it is from 19, so.
Yeah, I think at the last meeting, it was indicated that would be a good idea. I just have not, I wouldn't want something that would cut off all the light, I guess. On the one side, it's a fairly high, solid fence. It'd probably be something on the other side, maybe not quite so high, or maybe a chain link fence or something like that, but it's really a matter of money. And once again, that's something I'd like to talk to the Heritage Commission about. I saw you grimace when I said that. Talk to the Heritage Commission and maybe see what they think would be appropriate there, doing what they're gonna do with the property.
I have a question.
Yes.
By this recommendation of making it a pocket park, does that mean that it's different town property? It's just still town property, correct?
Town property, park.
Park is a park is a park. Yes, sir.
Would it be appropriate to bring the abutters up and see what their input is on it? If they're here? I don't know if they're here.
I don't know if they're here.
At least one of them is.
Are they here? I don't believe they are. Are they? I think
Yes,
they're-
Mr. Penard is in the back.
Okay. Would you like to comment on that? No? Happy? Everybody's happy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Abstain.
Abstain? Okay, good.
Just for the record, we discussed this last time. Nancy, if you would, you need to indicate why you abstained.
I have a personal reason on an attachment to one of the abutters, so I'd like to
Okay.
pass on,
Just
voting
make,
on.
as we talked about this, we just want to make sure you abstain, so that makes sense.
And
Thank you, Nancy.
yeah, and Dean, thank you for your help and due diligence on this, and Nancy, thank you
I'll
for,
sign the
Nan,
box.
thank you for all your help and helping sort this out.
I
And
didn't
thank
do
you
it.
for our neighbors in that area for your patience, and we appreciate all of it. And
Mr.
moving right
Chair-
along,
Mr.
in
Chair,
terms of the,
Mr. Garvin called me today, and he even suggested putting some kind of a covering up there for the kids to stand there when they're waiting for the school bus on rainy days. He suggested doing that too. I don't know if that's something that would,
Cool idea for the school bus.
yeah, great.
yeah, some kind of a lean-to or something with it. He had a lot of other suggestions, so I won't bore you, but that was one of the ones he wanted brought forward.
Happy, happy, happy. And moving right, Jeff, another comment?
The only thing I would say is, to watch out for precedent setting, because everyone will want a bus stop, so.
All right. Moving right along, in terms of Mr. Sullivan's question about when we abstain, you're gonna give a reason for abstaining, that takes us right into town council rules and procedures. Oh, you got another item?
Well, no, I'm waiting for you to finish your sentence. This goes along with that.
Okay, all right, we're talking about the town council rules and procedures. What do you got?
Well, one of the, that goes out that way, and that, one of the things that came up was how to handle, calling the question. That was one of the things that I think I saw in the minutes that hadn't been resolved, that you were looking to resolve, and I went out on the internet, and there's a site that sort of outlines what Robert's Rules of Orders official website, what it actually says.
Could somebody share their mic with Dr. Schenkel?
Talk about it. So anyway, this answers that question of how calling the question to end debate should be handled, which was what I saw in the minutes.